Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever it is at your time. Welcome to USC Cubing 2024, which took place over 2 months ago because I'm just late to it like that. This competition happened on February 2nd, 2024, which was like more than 2 months ago. And yeah, I'm talking about it right now because clearly I haven't really competed in any other competitions until maybe August or whatever next competition there is. But I think today I definitely do want to talk about some things that actually were really good at that competition. So let's get started. Throwing your hands in the air that you answer. When I ask you if you want me, you're a panther. I'm a little too for a boy, you a trans. 3x3 was really uneventful. First round I got a 13.98 average, and the second round I got a 13.64 average, which are honestly kind of pretty mid. Probably pretty good for me in competition, but in comparison to what I average at home, it's not really that great. But at least it's still pretty much the third and second 13-second averages that I've gotten. So clearly I'm actually getting faster in competition now, and that's all I can say about 3x3. Pretty uneventful, even though I think I'm pretty sure I got a few +2s during both the first and second round, but yeah. And after 3x3, here are the goals for my competition aside from getting a better 3x3 average, which I clearly didn't get. I want to break my 3x3 OH PR and also make cutoff for 4x4. Let's talk about 3x3 one-handed first. 3x3 one-handed, it was kind of a mid-average. The first solve was a 26, the next solve was a 37, which was really bad. The next solve was a 25.47, which is my PR single for 3x3 one-handed, and I was honestly really happy that I got that. But then after that I got a 54-second solve, which was really bad. And then my last solve was a pretty normal 27-second solve, and I ended up getting a 30.34 average, which was not really good, but at least I broke a PR for that. So I'm honestly happy that I actually did get that PR single, but I wish it was a little bit better considering that my PB single right now at home is a 19-second solve. And also that kind of taught me a bit to practice one-handed a bit more, because clearly I don't practice it that much, even though I've been wanting to get better at it for so long, and also I've also been wanting to learn 3-blind at some point. 4x4, just to remind you, my goal for 4x4 was to make cutoff, and the first solve was a 1 minute and 20-second solve. I think it was 1 minute and 20 to actually make cutoff. But then this happens. And I get a 59.92, my first ever sub 1 minute in comp, and I was really happy that I actually got that, because I've been wanting to get a sub 1 minute 4x4 solve for a while now, and I've actually gotten 2 at home. But in competition, the last times I would always end up fumbling. I would end up doing wrong moves because I was honestly really nervous at that time, because comp nerds list. The last 2 times I competed in 4x4, those were probably the first 2 times I've been competing in 4x4. So yeah, and also my cube wasn't really set up that well. So I think in my last few competitions, I ended up having the cube pop for a bit, and that was all a pain. And now the next 3 solves were not as great, but honestly, I didn't really care much because I finally actually made cutoff, and I got a 115, a 127, and a 112, which leaves me with a 1 minute and 18-second average, which funnily enough, I'm pretty sure that whole average is literally like 2 seconds below the cutoff time for 4x4. And I was honestly pretty happy with the average. I'm pretty sure that's similar to what I average at home mostly. And yeah, I think especially for the 59-second solve, after that I just didn't really care that much already, because I actually achieved that one goal that I've been wanting to get in competition. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for most of the events there. I also got a lot of B-roll and stuff like that for the cinematic that I made literally right after that competition. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you want to go watch the cinematic, I'll put it on the end screen below, and I'll also put it in the description, so if you want to go check that out, I highly encourage you to check it, because yeah, I kind of really liked making that one, and I think that was also one of the really big highlights of that competition as well, making that little cinematic sequence that I decided to upload. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.